You were mentioning to me about accruing the wait token, that's WAIT for anybody who wasn't familiar with it, and how we could be able to use that to really lessen fees for participating in this ecosystem. So go over kind of what your thoughts were for it and how we can acquire the wait token.
Yeah. So in the past, if you had sacrificed for PulseChain, PulseX, there were several others. I'm not even going to go through them all. If you claimed them before PulseChain went live, then you got your wait tokens. You then had to convert them over to V2 because they had different functionality once PulseChain launched. Now the guys that created this, OX Coast, have created a fiat on ramp. It's in beta right now, still being tested. But the normal fee is 4%, so it's not too bad. But you're going from fiat right from your card right into into Pulse Chain. So you might even be able to go right into Hex too once they get that taken care of. But either way, right now it's just USD that you can send out and do whatever. Like I said, it's in beta, so they only have the one thing open right now. But what the wait token does is if you lock up 10,000, I believe your fee goes down to 3%. If you lock up 50,000, your fee goes down to 2%. And if you lock up 100,000, your fee goes down to 1%. So it is by far at 1% the best onboarding tool that there is. Most places are taking between 3 and 4. Yes, it will be an off ramp as well. But at this point, those wait tokens are pretty cheap. I said to Broke Boy, I said, I think it makes a lot of sense to spend the 50, $100, whatever it might be. I saw the chart the other day and it was making a run. I think because a lot of other people had the same idea. But get enough to get 100,000, lock them up and make that your on and off ramp paying 1%. You can't beat it anywhere. So that was just, the one thing that I had said to you, and these guys are working hard. I know there's a couple states in the US that still can't do it. In fact, I know New York is one. I know there's a couple others that aren't open yet, only because of the logistics and the laws of that particular state. But eventually, hopefully, if everything goes well, those will be added on too. So, but yeah, it's going to be a great tool to get right into PulseChain, onboard directly, and save fees at the same time. It's a win-win all the way around. And those guys have been awesome community support for a while. Gold Key not Gold Key. Coast.
OX Coast.
OX Coast. And I forget the other guy's name right off the top of my head, but they're both very intelligent guys. I've heard them in spaces before, chatting, and they're just quite intelligent. They've put their work in and they've done the research, and it's going to be a very good addition to this whole ecosystem.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, like the easier it is for people to get into it, the better. And, that's really been the big thing with crypto at large and with DeFi at large is, we're not really worried about these institutions and people just spot buying Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever when we're into DeFi. I mean, we all like DeFi and we don't mind the complexity of it and kind of learning it. But that's the big gripe with a lot of people is just like they don't understand how to do it. There's too many steps or whatever. So anything like that makes it cheaper and easier to get in. I was just watching a stream earlier today and somebody just asked, how can I buy PulseChain with cash? And you want to have an easy answer. You want somebody to understand how they can easily do something like that. So anyway, we can do that obviously is good.